Welcome. Sorry, I was on mute there. Wow, what a day. What a day and a half. Let me pull up everything here on my screen. Well, sorry for the impromptu live stream, but it had to come. It had to come. We went all the way down to $619 today. Let me know in the chat if I'm coming in okay on clear there. I know it's not a day anyone really wants to watch their portfolio, which I get. Lost 200K, 20 days. Yeah, Philip, I feel you, man. I feel you. Let me know if I'm coming in okay and okay, awesome. Thank you, Scott. Loud and clear. Thanks, Tyler. Yeah, no, not a great day. Not a great day in the portfolio, to say the least. Let me just pull up Thinkorswim. So here's the bottom line. Do we continue to rally from here, right? And this is the 5-minute graph that I have pulled up here on Tesla. That's the question: is are we going to continue to upstream, or are we going to consolidate here? Or are we going to continue to go down? If we look at the daily, this is the daily graph. Man, Tesla's really fallen. It's really taken a nosedive. Again, this kind of support area we have here, I guess if we want to draw a trend line, we can. Let me draw this in here. Drawing tools, trend line. So around here, 600, really as low as kind of 600, I would say, is we have a support here. But then the next one from there isn't really until the 200-day moving average down at 450. So manage your risk accordingly. I know we've been buying the dip for a while, and depending on how that's gone, a lot of people don't have any cash left over to buy stuff. But remember, during times like this, if you have a long-term approach to investing, yeah, I feel you guys. If you guys have if we stick to a long-term approach in investing, really, like, these are the times that we can buy cheap. And that's not to say it's not going to get cheaper, because it very well might consolidate around 600, right? The question is, how much demand do we have in the foreseeable future? So quarter one is looking tough. On a positive note, I heard Gary Black got back into Tesla. I heard Gary Black got back into Tesla, so that's interesting. I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure I saw a tweet that he got back in. Let me just change this title here. Time to buy. Yeah, I know. That's the thing is, yesterday I bought some more. Today I bought some more. I actually lucked out a little bit. I put some money into my other brokerage account yesterday, and it didn't get settled. It didn't get settled until today. So I got lucked out a little bit. I had some extra cash to continue to kind of buy this dip. The question is, are we going to consolidate? Are we going to continue to go down into that 600-ish area? Just graphically speaking, in terms of where support, this is going to be a choppy area between, the 675 and the, 580 zone. It's going to be real choppy. It has been in the past. Now, so again, I've switched some of my leaps into stocks in the meantime, because I think that's the way to go. With volatility is high, but theta decay is going to eat me alive. Helen, how do I access your Discord? Helen, thanks for joining Patreon. If you go into Patreon, there's a bunch of posts I've made. You have to connect your Patreon account to your Discord account, and you can come into Discord from there. Picked up 4 shares this morning at 630, says Griffin. Nice. Good price, right? Remember, S&P bought at 695, or in and around 695. So for them to buy in and around that price means that really I'm buying with a lot of confidence, especially shares, right? Like, this is the index fund price. So it's really bottom of the barrel. Salah Katab says, you only really lose when you sell. Do not sell. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, it's easier said than done, right? But totally. OP says, I thought I had it bad with 4,000 in losses. Yeah, you're sitting pretty, man. Don't even worry. Yeah, I know. All we can do is laugh at times like this sometimes. Give it some dry powder in case another drop, but 620 is where Tesla was before SP inclusion. My calls beg to differ. Yep. I know. Yeah. Now, I just, here's the problem I have. Now that we've broken out of this trend line, out of this overall bullish trend that we were in, and I can draw it. Hopefully I can, you know me, I don't really like a lot of these drawings, but I'm going to try to paint the picture here. From this kind of trend line up to here, let me just try to zoom out. Oh, whoops. Let me see. Let's move this over, zoom this out. Tough day across the board, yep. Continue to buy. I'm continuing to buy. That's what I'm doing. Here we go. God damn, I hate Thinkorswim. Jesus Christ. Screw it. You kind of get the idea. This upward channel that we were in since mid-November, we broke it yesterday. Duh, Captain Obvious. And so we gapped down massively today. Massively. If we want to look on the upside though, the amount of strength that we saw today from the lows, from the first, what is this, the first 15 minutes of trading when we were collapsing down to $619 all the way up from 685, that 80-point drop. The really big bullish like kind of the bullish thing to look at here is how fast that dip was bought. Like we saw that dip get bought really fast. And this is the 5-minute graph for today. But man, I didn't expect 619 to come today. 619. Did you guys get, any of you guys get margin called? Were you any guys on margin? My spreads aren't down as bad as I thought. IV was still really high. It was nice though. I consolidated and pushed them out to April, May before this drop, Griffin says. Yeah, I mean, man, Shums, my 1,324 call contracts are down 1.2 mil. Damn, got a lot. Dollar costing average, says Johnny. Yeah, nice. That's what you got to do. You got a dollar cost average in times like this, right? And so if we're talking, going back to the video that I made the other day about bond yields and treasuries and all that sort of stuff, right? The reason why techs got hit, and if you haven't watched my video, watch my video on that, about yields. Today, Jeremy Powell was speaking and doing his semi-annual report, and the fine balance that he had to have was, are we going to continue pumping money in the economy, or are we seeing yields rise because that's a sign of a strong economy? So it was kind of a double-edged sword. He really had to walk a fine line in respect to that. Tyler said, I never thought I'd see 619 again. Yeah, I mean, I put it like a 1% chance of what happened. Square has earnings today, by the way. So we have earnings on Square coming up today. We have, so that's going to be interesting. Square showed really good strength today. Put spreads, got a call. Yeah, so be careful buying, like do what you need, do your own research, but be careful buying a large portion of calls right now. Like at least for me, I need to be careful because number one, implied volatility is going to be higher. We just saw a massive price movement, so implied vol is going to be high. And second of all, it's very foreseeable that we consolidate or we even trend a little bit lower from here. And if we consolidate, that theta that you're paying for is going to deteriorate fast. So be careful, that goes without saying, but just know that we're out of the upward bullish trend that we were in for a while. If you look in past history in Tesla, this is the daily graph. Whenever we've gapped down 2 days in a row, kind of like we have in this week, it's continued down for a little bit before we've seen that rally up again. Like if you guys remember, end of summer, I think end of August, early September, back when the split happened and they raised some money, we saw a pretty similar move, maybe probably percentage wise, from $500 down to $330. We went down for a couple of days in a row. And it's actually funny, if I zoom into that September area, the price action and the candles are really similar, right? We saw a massive gap down, a massive downward trend here, and then kind of the same candle we're putting in today. This is exactly the same candle that we're putting in today, right? We gapped down, we trended really low, and then we are finishing up for the day. I mean, not up, but from where we opened at least, right? So $687 right now. Let's hope for a $700 close today on Tesla. But we're looking at the same kind of candle action here. And if that's any indicator of what's happening, if you look at the following couple of candles, we gapped down again from there. And then we consolidated a little bit before we went back up. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Castamere says this is a black swan. I think, you know, black swans are going to be a lot more common than they were, and maybe we got to change the term black swan. But just, you know, I think trading has changed, investing has changed. You know, institutions have recognized how different it is to invest now, and black swan events I think are going to be even more common moving forward. Gray swan. Yeah. Nancy can double up her position. Yeah. Hey, if Nancy Pelosi comes out today and says that she bought some Tesla calls, watch out. 800 on deck for sure. David, can you tell Anna, my wife, that I love her on air? Well, okay, there you go. Oh, and I bought 4 shares at the bottom dip. Nice. There we go. Nice job, David. White swan event. I mean, we've had it pretty good, right? So, I mean, okay, so stimulus is coming. Got to realize that. In general, let's talk macro, right? Let's talk macro economy for a second. In general, bull markets don't die until it's time. And bull markets in general, if you go back and you look at some of the data, they don't die because of rising yields, rising rates. They often die because the Fed stops pumping money in the economy. So quantitative easing, or, you know, just increasing their balance sheet, right? So once the Fed stops doing that, we're going to have a stark decline into a lot of the tech stuff, into a lot of equities in general. But we have to realize that the Fed's still committed, and Jeremy Powell came out today and said, we're not increasing the rate. We're not stopping the $120 billion that they're continuing to buy every single month. So, you know, this might have been the big shakeout before the extended bull run. It's not over yet. Even if we go to COVID lows, if we want to look at COVID for a second and how that affected the economy or the stock market. Let's pull this up here. We're probably not done kind of this downward consolidation trend. Let's see here. So this was COVID, right? It was 2 weeks straight of pretty much downward action before you hit the bottom. Now, even if you had bought at the very top before COVID, you see pretty much on any equity, you're laughing right now. So, you know, it is what it is. Let's try to finish into 700s though for this stream. Just want to try to keep it positive. You know, that's what I want to come on. I wanted to come on. Wasn't really announced. Wanted to come on and just, have a little bit more positivity in the day. I know it's hard in a day like today when we open up our accounts and everything shit the bed. Let me pull up my interactive brokers. Revenge from the hedges. Payback for Jimmy. Yeah, probably, Rabbi. Who knows? Maybe this was coordinated. Who knows? Yep, buying. Power hour. Yep, power hour in an hour. Or in a minute. Here we go. Guaranteed ARK Invest is wanting to buy today, but the problem is, do they have much cash from inflows and outflows, right? Like a lot of people probably sold ARK today. Yeah, that's true. I mean, on the positive note, the tax rebates are definitely coming through. Probably. Tough 2 days. Tough 2 days on the portfolio. Crazy movement. Let's see here. CCIV too, right? I'm not sure if any of you guys follow CCIV, but it's down to touch at $38, which is not bad. It's not bad. Yeah, I my positions are for August, so if I stay long here, this is just kind of a shakeout. Did I buy any Tesla shares on the dip? Oh yeah, yesterday I bought some. Today, I was just saying I had some of my money finally settle in my account that I transferred in yesterday, so kind of got lucky there. Juan, didn't ARK buy their max limit of 10% yesterday? Well, 10%. So think about it, right? If ARK's price changes, then the 10% that they have of allocation will change depending on inflow and outflow. So it's obviously likely that they probably buy today. Short covering, it will go $100 one day pretty soon. What's Tesla's short interest at? Let me pull that up. Thank you for bringing that up. Let's see here. Let's pull up Tesla short interest. And let's put that on my screen. Tesla short interest. Let's take a look. NASDAQ. So the last, it's been about a month, almost a month since we've gotten the last update, but short interest was only 23 million or 52 million shares. Not a lot, to be honest. So unless there's a website that I can get more of a up-to-date. What was that website everyone was using for GME shorts? I didn't trust it anyways, but maybe it can give us more of a educated kind of algo guess as to what it would be. Forget what it was. Let's see there. Let's go to 700 today. Let's do it. Power Hour live stream. There we go. Bought some bingo today. Bought some more Tesla today. What else did I buy today? I bought Square. Bought more Square. Square earnings, like I said, are coming up after hours. Let's see here. Yeah, so I mean, I wasn't scared. Like, you have to realize, like, if you're not, that's why I don't use any margin. I never use margin. I'm not, I don't try to leverage my account because, first of all, majority of my positions are options positions, and then so margin doesn't really apply there anyways. But even when I do buy shares and I have margin available, I don't use it because of days like today. And I don't mean to say that as I told you so. I'm just telling you I've been here, done that with margin. It's not fun. Never really used it. But definitely have heard bad things about it. I mean, here's the thing though, is margin allows you to buy stocks and then, because buying stocks is such a, you have to sit on your hands so much. They give us a percentage of our account back that we can trade, and it's great. Especially if you have the money, like if you have the cash covered margin, like, you have that money covered and it's just a matter of you just using it. And interest rates are so low, I get it. But just be careful and with leveraging your account so high because of days like today. And also, side note, if you're going to be selling premium, maybe for days like Black Swan events like today, it makes sense for you to sell spreads instead. Easier said than done, I know, but unless you have the cash and the want to cover your put position, let's say if you sell a naked put, if you want to buy stock at that price, that's fine. If you have no intention to, even buying a cheap spread, further out of the money put, not only reduces or increases your buying power in that trade, but also covers your ass on days like today. Like today, like I'm looking at the position I have and I'm like, okay, if we look at the puts for this week, even the $500 puts are 60 cents. I'm trying to see like what puts could I sell here, and 550 I get $1.30. That's not really that amazing. If I sell the 600 strike put for this week, I get $3. Like I don't know. Where's $600 on the chart? Let's take a look again. Tesla's at 686 right now. Yeah, like 600 would be tough, but the thing is, do I want to get paid $3 to make that trade? To sell that? If I come into next week's chain, March 5th, and I come to like 520s of next week are for $3.30. 520s for next week. That's not bad. What's interesting is they don't even have puts available past 520. That shows you how much of a downward move that we've had. There's no strikes open past 520 yet, so they might open some of those up. But collecting $3.20 to sell a put next week at 520, that doesn't seem like a bad deal. The problem is I probably couldn't sell that without. I'd want to have a spread on this, is what I'm saying, and I can't if there's no other further strikes. But if I did a 560, I sold a 560 put. Close this here. If I sold a 560 put and I bought back the 520, that nets me $2 worth of premium, but opens me up to like $3,000 worth of risk. Let me just analyze this trade real quick. Oh, analyze. What is this? Apple? What the hell? Oh, it took me here. Okay. How do I market depth? How do I do this? I have to screw it, I'll just do the math. I'm collecting $2 and the spread's $40. So I have $38, so $3,800 worth of risk on the downside. This goes past 550 something, 558. 558's far away. 558 is far away. So I'm collecting about $2. It's not worth it, really. So even selling puts now is kind of like, unless I go closer to at the money, which doesn't make any sense. What the hell? It's raining outside. It was literally just sunny. Do we still see hitting Tesla hitting 900 by May? May's a far time away. I mean, yeah, it's definitely possible. Barring macro is not totally fucked. Like if macro is fine, we should be okay. Stimulus is there. EV tax credit is there. We have a lot of things going our way, right? What I'm not saying it's gonna hit 900. I'm saying it's definitely possible. Definitely possible. How are leaps? Well, I can tell you from holding my leaps, at least anecdotally speaking, my leaps this morning really declined in value fast, but as soon as the move stabilized, like it was just falling for the first 50 minutes. After that fall kind of subsided and it just stayed steady, they reinflated again. So, I mean, so with leaps, I've talked about this. It's kind of like in real estate when you're looking to upsize into a new house, right? If you own a 2-bedroom house right now and you want to buy a 4-bedroom house, think of it as leaps, right? For a second. The 4-bedroom house is a closer to at the money leap, right? Something maybe that's like a 900 strike leap. The 2-bedroom that you're in is like $1,000 strike leap. Now, when the market goes down 20%, your leap for 10 grand is going to go down 2 grand, but that leap for 20 grand has gone down 4 grand, right? So you actually net out during market downward shifts, you net out a cheaper, closer to at the money leap if you have the cash to pay up for it. So that's the way I kind of look at leaps right now. Are we retesting 700? Let's take a look. So that's kind of the way oh yeah, there we go. 700, let's go. Let's do this. Power hour, live stream power. So that's the way I look at the leaps right now is, yeah, it might be a good time for you if you're not in leaps, potentially looking at them, but also realize like in general, implied if Tesla consolidates in and around 700, 650 for the next week or two, you're going to drain out some sort of premium out of those. The question is, are you betting on a V-shaped recovery from this fall, or are you betting on this downward move that's happened and then us playing in and around here until stimulus and Biden, all this sort of stuff comes through? So let's see a 700 print here come through. Hey guys, good juju. Hey, Tesla can close green if we keep at it. We're at $17 away from being green, so anything's happened. But first, we got to hit 700. That's our first step here. Big Tesla bump. Hey, Emmanuel. So David brings up a good point. As a reminder, Tesla still has yet to start production in Giga, Texas, and Berlin, only up from here. Did I make a video about this yet? I don't think I did, but it's important that we differentiate. It's important that we differentiate stock price and business execution. I think it's very true that in the long run they correlate. And if you hold shares, then I totally agree, David, right? But in the short term, we have to look at macro a lot more. We have to look at fundamentals because a rising tide lifts all boats. So if tech gets slapped, and vice versa is true. So if tech gets slapped, yields keep going up. Tech is going to get slapped. Doesn't matter how well Tesla does. That's why COVID killed Tesla, even though Tesla really didn't really get affected by a lot of the restrictions other than their manufacturing plant going down. But delivery wise, they were still delivering vehicles during COVID, but their stock price was still very low compared to where it was a month or two ago. So macro matters a lot more shorter term. Longer term, you're totally right though. Totally right. Let's hit, there we go. Okay, 699 on Tesla, 699.90 print. Looks like we're about to break 700 here if we keep the good juju going. Let's do it. 699, 699. Let's see if buyers step in here though. I have my level 2 pulled up if you guys care enough for it. There we go. Maybe I'll put this, put my face over here. If you guys want to look at the level 2, feel free. I'm just gonna move this chat box over as well. And who cares about hit that bid logo? Okay, here it is. Pull that pin. Here we go. Okay, so 700 is still, we're still flirting with 700. The problem is I don't see very many buyers stepping in right now at this price. We just had a big flush there, but let's see if buyers starts. Okay, we got some buyers coming in. Here we go. Hey, T-Mac, thank you. Appreciate it. 700, huzzah. Thanks, T-Mac. 699.92. There we go. Good juju. Good juju. Let's go. Someone just called me Juju. Yeah, that's my name now. Oh, 700. There we go. 701. All right, this is good. This is good. I mean, it's not ideal considering the last couple of days we've had, but you know, any couple of green candles will take it. Boom. Look at that. 702. There's not a lot of sellers here, but let's see if they start to emerge. Let's see. Okay, someone just got slapped out there. 702. So let's pull up the 2 minute. I don't even have a 2 minute in my thing. Let me add a time frame in here. Intraday 2 minute chart add. Let's bring that up there. Okay. Looking good. Looking good. Look at that graph. So our next real resistance obviously is going to be high of day. So that's $709 there. Wow, Power Hour live stream is working, says Martin. There we go. Miles says, why do you think volume has been so high lately? Well, I mean, Miles, like, whoever was selling Tesla in the last couple of days really dumped all of their shit down today. So that's probably why volume was so high. And then people like us, like, think about it. Did you buy and sell Tesla shares? Well, we contributed to volume, right? 619 to 700. Unreal. Yeah, it's true. $704. There we go. 704. 704. There we go. Bought more lemonade today. Nice, Warren. There we go. Guys, the Juju's back. The Juju is back. There we go. $705 now. 705. Okay, I lied. We're 50 cents short of 705, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Any sweeps coming? Thanks, Rabbi, for asking. I'm gonna pull that up right now. Let's see how it's going. 705. There's a 705 print right there, but we saw a couple of sellers come in right here. This is good price action though. You don't want to go vertical because everyone's gonna dump something. Yeah, we just got a Tesla sweep in, a 470K. Let me just read it out. I'm gonna keep the chart up here. We saw a $470,000 Tesla 805 sweep for March. So 805 is kind of ish at is you know, 100 bucks away now from at the money. So out of the money for sure. And it was a 470,000 premium, and it was a pretty aggressive order as well. Pretty aggressive order as well. Oh man, there's nothing more I'd like than a short squeeze here. You know, sold 5 at 675. It's all good. I mean, here's the thing. I'll tell you a story. Like, my dad had a lot of Tesla. He's the one that got me into Tesla stock, believe it or not. Thanks for subscribing, yo. He got me into Tesla stock. He did the exact same thing that you're talking about, Miles. I mean, granted, he still make money, but he sold at the bottom of the dip post split when we were crashing. Like, I was trying to get it through his head, like, this is the worst time. If not, you want to double down right now. And I get it though. This is why trading and investing is not easy. You have to be rational, because when stuff's crashing, the feeling that we have is that we should sell and lock in our loss, when in reality, oftentimes chances are that that's when we should be buying. We're close to green. We're close to green. Gary Black bought into Tesla. That's right. Hey, Trung. See, Ash, it's the power of the hour. You should do it every day. I should. I had a couple meetings today, and I couldn't even think about what I was talking about during the meetings. I was thinking about the stock market. 706 on deck. Let's go. Come on. This is pretty healthy. This is pretty healthy. Let me try to put up a couple of... Let's see what I got here. Some of the stuff I haven't touched in so long. Let's see here. 1 minute graph. Funny part is a lot of these like technicals that I've put up here were from literally probably when I was in high school, of me setting up and saving stuff to my Thinkorswim profile. So it's been a minute. Okay, so I've got pivot points up here. So it looks like the next pivot point is 730, but we know the next resistance should be high of day, which is 710. So change this to the 2 minute graph, because I think that's a little bit more rational for us to look at. Let's see here. All right, res comes in. I got some more flow algos coming in. Let's see here. Other gains by Tesla today. Nice. $10 more to go, guys. $10 more to go. What are we at? 703 right now. 703. So let's go. Let's go. We're looking like there's good strength right here. I mean, if we can hold 700, right? Like 15 minutes ago, we were talking about, let's just get back to 700. I think we were at 680 when I started the stream. Apple's already green. Yeah, Gadget, I could add the studies in right now, but it's going to take up too much of my screen at the moment. I potentially could get rid of volume though. But I don't want to play around too much right now. It's kind of annoying streaming while doing all this stuff. Flow algo. Let me pull up flow algo. What do we got going on here? Studies. There we go. RSI. Okay, apply. Okay, got RSI pulled up here now as well on top of the volume. So hopefully that's somewhat useful. Let me take a look at flow algo. What do they got going on? Flow algo. And just some stuff. There's a Apple sweep. Hey Josh, thanks for subscribing. We got an Apple sweep. How do I pronounce that name? Gall, thanks for subscribing. We got again, I already talked about the Tesla sweep. We got an Apple sweep coming for only 67,000. It's nothing huge there. MGM sweeps. I don't follow gambling stuff. So nothing big here. Another SPY. So that sound that you hear is my flow algo. I did buy PLTR, by the way. I'm not sure if I said it in the Discord or not, but I did buy PLTR. Just shares, nothing crazy. 706.50. 706.50. This is good price action. This is good price action. I'm gonna pull up. Oh, I got the chat box there. So let's see here. eToro's been down. Interesting. T-Mac, yeah, I just did. It's a crazy hammer. It's a bullish hammer candle, right? The question is this the bottom? And that's the question I'm having is I don't know. Like, if we finish at high of days, you can't help to think that's bullish. But I mean, Tesla puts in hammer candles all the time. Like, look at this one right here, right? Great price action. Following day dip down from 700 all the way down to 620, 610. So this is why technical analysis isn't the full story, but it's definitely nice. I mean, if I had to choose between, you know, a bearish candle and this candle we have, I'm definitely happy with the price actions going right now. But I'm still keeping dry powder on the side, is what I'm saying. Really good strength though, 706. Tyler, 186 live, 38 likes. Please like and subscribe to help the channel. Thanks, Tyler. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Yes, I see the subscribers coming in. I can't read every single one of your guys' names. Half of them I can't even pronounce. Like, I can't even pronounce this one. No idea what it is. Not even gonna try. Someone's gonna clip me. Neo's also running. Squares. Everything's running. CCIV's not running. Let's check out Square. Square's at 258. Nvidia is at 566. So shit's green now. This is awesome. And yeah, if you guys were asking, if you guys were on my live stream the other day and I got some messages after, hey, what did you do with your Nvidia call position? I sold it in the morning in the first couple of seconds. I think I made like $4 contract per contract, so $400 for me. Whatever. Flow algo pays for itself if you think about it. Okay, what else do we have here? Some sweet. Okay, so we just had a Neo $258,000 50 strike calls for March come in block. Disney, oh wow, we just had a $220 out of the money call sweep for April come in on Disney for $891,000. Do we finish green today? I really hope so. What are we at? We're at $11 down for the day. I think there's a chance. I think here's what I think will actually potentially have us close green. If you're listening right now and you hit the like, maybe, just maybe we finish green. And subscribe. Or neither. It doesn't matter to me, to be honest. Okay. Audio's quiet. Is my audio quiet? Someone want to let me know if I'm... Should I pull up my... I don't want to pull up my volume and then everyone's going to yell at me. Let me know if my volume is too low. It says I'm really high right now, so... I mean... volume speaking. Audio is perfect. Alex, you might want to just put up the volume a little bit. Or if you... Obviously, you probably tried that, but... Yeah, like I don't want to redline my audio. I think it's really high right now, to be honest. But I'll put up a little bit for you, Alex, there. Okay. The background sounds, yeah. So what's happening here? I wonder if I can show you guys. I won't turn my camera around. We have a big project happening around the house. So we have construction people coming in and out. So yeah. We want more Tesla volume. Yeah. Well, might be having a bull flag here. Square and Paintball's moving up, says Ann. Might be having a bull flag here. Let's see. Tesla's at 705. Apple is actually green on the day. The S&P... Wait, the S&P is positive on the day now? Wait, hold on. That's not true, is it? I sold my SPX puts, but there's no way. What the hell? Jeez, you leave your computer for a minute. This market is the weirdest market ever. But this makes sense, right? This makes sense. I mean, hedge funds were literally sitting on so much cash. They were not net long fully yet. They were pretty even in terms of their long and short positions. This massive tech burst that we saw this morning gave them an opportunity to buy back in. It makes sense. The question is, it doesn't necessarily mean that we skyrocket from here. We could consolidate for the next couple of weeks to a month, even this entire quarter, before we have our next leg up. Because remember, healthy bull markets aren't built in a day from a crash, right? Like, it's great that we got a low if a lot of you guys got into Tesla at the bottom, 620, I just saw someone posted. That's great. But just know that we might consolidate in and around this area for a while. But we want to finish green today. So we got $10 more to go. Actually, we got $9.60 to go. So not that far away. Not that far away. Pull up. Not that far away, actually, to be honest. Setting up quite well. 705. This is Think or Swim, Alexander. Oh, Ivan, backwards typing notification sounds. That's my flow algo. Let me turn that off. Mute site. There we go. If you hear hammering, that's construction people. Nice step. Nice. Here we go. Here we go. So there's the push up to the high of day right here. Here we are. Let me make my graph a little bit smaller for context on the day. So there we are. We're testing high of day again, 710. It's no coincidence that we're literally mooning when the sun is starting to hit my freaking eye. It's not a coincidence. The future is bright. Okay. All right. Getting closer. Here we are. High of day. Come on. Let's go. There we go. I think we just broke high of day right there. We just broke high of day. Here we go. Our next pivot line is 730. Nice. Enough of you guys hit the like, hey? We actually broke high of day here. Awesome. 750 by Friday. Hope so. 1,000 by June, says Miles. I like the positivity. Keep it coming. Even the NASDAQ turned green? What? Hold on. Let me add that in. NDX. What the... I don't get this market. This is great. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy. Let me check my portfolio. Like, this is awesome. Geez, wow. But don't be surprised. Market was manipulated, maybe. But don't be surprised if we don't moon back to 800 as soon as possible, as soon as we think we might. But this is awesome action. This is awesome action. 60 million volume, says Miles. Thank you for looking that up. Is Bitcoin up too? No, I think Bitcoin's down. But I'll double check. Bitcoin's at 46,000. For the first time in a while, Bitcoin is down and the market's green now. Maybe it's this, Emmanuel says, quote, vaccine makers Pfizer and Moderna pledge massive boost to U.S. supply after sluggish rollout, unquote. Nice, okay. Does that line up with the price action? Let me see here. Could be possible. But how much is the, like, didn't we learn our lesson that, like, people are already have priced in vaccines, I feel like? I don't know. This could be end of day, because remember, when like the stock market crashes this much, a lot of these hedge funds need to get together for an hour or two and make a strategy, make a game plan. We're green, says, well, I mean, we're not green yet. We got $3 more to go, $3.50 more to go, but I think we'll get there. I'm going to zoom in now to our current area. Nice job, guys. Bringing the good juju up here. I think we started live streaming 11:40ish, right around here. Our live, if someone built an algo, okay, hear me out. If someone built an algo that only went long things when we were about to go live streaming on Power Hour on this channel, I think you'd make a lot of money. Snapchat stock's going crazy. Almost green. $2.50 to go. This market is schizophrenic. 100%, Jay. It's crazy. It's actually nuts. Doesn't make any sense. But you know what? That's reflective of the investor pool that is in the market now. You really want me to add this, hey? Try to add it without it looking like shit, but let me see here. I'm gonna add it as the histogram. Yeah, I can add it in there. See, that screwed up my shit now. So hold on. Let's see here. There we go. It's too much almost, but hold on. Let me just try to add this into there. All right. That's not terrible, but it's not amazing. Okay, we got half an hour to close. We need Tesla to go green. We're about $5 away. Gently press the like and we might get there. It's a proven strategy that works. Someone's got to build an algo around it. Who cares what the market is if you're making money? Yeah, I'm kind of the same. I'm of the same thought. I don't care if that stuff goes down or if stuff goes up. Just want to make money. Lol, regarding your like comment. It's true. It's true. He who shall not be named give you a thumbs down. Ah, too bad. Too bad. 7-Eleven was high of day so far. That's right, Marco. 7-Eleven. Or no, not even. I think 7-12. We had 7-12 prints not that long ago. Yeah, 7-12, 20, 7-12, 18, I think, was a high of day so far. So let's see. Let's see if this continues to gap, to continue to go up and to close. This is strong, though. I mean, for the market, it shows you for a second, right, that people with big money were waiting on the side to buy the freaking dip. They were ready because the amount that, like, how much we dipped today could not have been bought and all back up by retail. There was big money waiting on the sidelines, almost coordinated, waiting on the sidelines for, you know, if you look at the graph, I've been talking about this for about 2 weeks now. For about 2 to 3 weeks now, they've been waiting on the side, not fully long. And I'll be interested to see how the data pulls through moving into the end of this week here. Are they now taking their long position for the stimulus that's coming up? Because remember, the biggest concern a lot of big investors have is, like, are we setting the economy on fire with this stimulus? They want to do a 1.9 trillion stimulus package, and then they want to do, someone quote me better than I'm going to quote this, but a $3 trillion unemployment on top of that, some sort of $3 trillion package on top of that. It's just nuts. It's crazy. Shorts covered as well. Yeah, it could be possible. Hey, Stefan, first time in this. Steven, first time in this channel. Very cool. Awesome. Join the family. Hit subscribe and hit like if you like it. Let's see here. Stimulus capacity either Friday or Saturday. Now that's true, but I feel like it won't, like, that's not when it'll pass the Senate, right? I could be wrong. I think it'll pass the House, and then the Senate has some time before they're gonna go get it through. But I think they said, I read a article on CNBC, it said they need to pass it by March 15th, I think is the hard line date. Derek says 1.9 trillion, then 3 trillion. Yeah, there we go. Could it have actually been a bull market, a bull squeeze because of how cheap puts were? I'm not sure what you mean by how cheap puts were. Someone mentioned market manipulation after yesterday to open as low as possible. Definitely. I mean, it's possible, but, you know, for Tesla, for example, to go down to 619, it didn't go down on low volume. If you look at the 15-minute graph, we had about 7 million shares traded in the first 15 minutes of Tesla. And for context, yesterday in the first 15 minutes, we had 1.6 million. So a sizable multiple higher of shares sold and dumped in the market this morning than any other day. So, you know, you could scream manipulation a little bit more if it's like, okay, really low volume, after hours, they can move the stock price and move sentiment. And futures, you can move futures depending on time of day up or down really easily. But to someone literally dumped 7 million shares on the market just like that. I'm curious to know who that was and why they dumped it. So it could, one theory I did read was on Twitter that someone took a massive short position on Tesla this morning, and that's what brought it down. Possible, but $7 million short, a 7 million share short. That's crazy. I don't know. Shum says hit the like. Guys, listen to that. Listen to Shums. He knows what he's talking about. Bought some leaps today. 2023 March, $1,300 strikes. What do you think? Nice. How much did you pay for those? 1,300 strike March 2023. Yeah, 1,300 is far away, but you have a long time until then, right? 2023. If she's gonna add after hours, I don't think she's gonna have to add after hours. But what I would pay for that, fair market value, and I'll pull it up here if I can, but I probably pay like 16 grand for it. 2023, 16 grand, 17 grand. How much is it at? I'm not sure. Can pull it up, but it's so far at the money. I could be way off on that number. March 2023, 1,300 strike. Yeah, so there was 16 by 17 pretty much. Yeah. Not bad. I mean, 16 grand scale of things. 16 grand is right. Okay. Paid 14. Nice. Awesome. Julia. Hey, welcome, Julia. I call BS on the rotation story. Seen that in September and November. Yeah, I think this was less rotation and still more moving money into fixed income. And even part of me, and this is my conspiracy side coming out, so I hope you guys don't mind too much, but even part of me there is like, the media is going so hard pushing this narrative on us about yields rising, about inflation potentially coming, that it almost feels like whenever someone's trying to push a narrative on me, especially in the media, I am not trusting it. I don't believe it for a second, right? That's my initial gut reaction. I don't know if that's right or wrong. That's just Yashu, right? I don't believe it. I studied economics. I almost worked in the Bank of Canada. I wanted to work in the Bank of Canada. So like I love it. I love macroeconomics, micro less, but macro I do love macroeconomics. So that's near and dear to my heart. But when when like every single Reuters, CNBC, they're all pushing this narrative of, yes, I mean, yields increasing, that's true. In general, this is true. And these are fundamental things that happen. But when they're pushing this narrative of like, watch out, inflation's coming, I don't think we're going to see massive hyperinflation. I don't think we're going to see that. I think the risk that we run of having stagflation or even deflation by not doing a lot of these measures are worse. But in general, like because of COVID, it's such a exogenous effect. Like something like this has never been done. Pretty much pressing pause on the economy while still having fixed costs. It's like the weirdest dichotomy that we've ever had. So I don't know. But that being said, I don't care who's lying to me. I don't care who's telling me the truth. All I care about in the market, and probably all you care about, is how do we make money off of our money, right? As capitalistic as that sounds, if we make more money, we can do more good in the world, because if we're a good person, we can do more good. Money just amplifies the personality that you have, in my opinion, right? If you're a bad person, more money is going to make you a worse person, vice versa. So I don't pay too much attention to the warm and fuzzy feelings around conspiracies and this person and that, and not believing this person. I don't really care about the politics and the drama too much. I just care about how do I make money off of this. But something was a little bit like, they're really pushing this narrative about inflation. So if someone was commenting, I forget who, that it was market, I think it was you, Marco, there was market manipulation and stuff like this. Definitely could be possible. I mean, but I don't think hedge funds have perfect communication with each other. But it doesn't take very many to have a complete sell-off to trigger stops. So who knows? Guess we don't need tech after we are back to normal. Yeah, right? CNBC says Bitcoin is under 50K and it's dragging Tesla down. Yeah, funny, when Bitcoin's up, there's no correlation. Exactly, Julia. Exactly. I mean, Tesla's already has a double bagger on their Bitcoin investment. No one talks about that. Let's go positive. Here we go. Here we go. We got $3 to go. We're at 710, 7, let's call it 714 is green. So let's all go for 714 here. Let's do it. Look at Japan, 25 years of stimulus and no inflation. Japan is an interesting economic study, to say the least. But they have no growth, right? Like those in Japan, there's no technological growth there. Shums, they pay discount brokers on info if everyone stops and they dump whenever. Yeah, but the question is really like, do they care that much about our, like, we don't, it's not like we have multi-billion dollars worth of stop orders on there. I think changing sentiment is really how you make money in the big money world, right? You change sentiment, you run headlines, you get people to dump. That's how you make money, not triggering stops as much, but it definitely pays a part of it. One thing I will show you, should I show you guys this very suspicious comment I got on YouTube? And I've already shown everyone on Discord it. I'll try to see if I can find it here. But I got a very suspicious comment that almost made me feel like someone is paying for these comments on YouTube about Tesla going down. I'm try to see if I can find it. Let's see here. Let me try to find it. What do I search up? Ford. It was like from Ford too. Let me see here. So here's the comment. Let me try to. So here's the comment I got from someone. It was a brutal day. Quote, it was another brutal day on Wall Street for Tesla shares that stayed in the red for most of the day until a Hail Mary pass was thrown to pump the shares back up. After reaching out to a 40-year-old investor, we were told, quote, Tesla was bleeding cash and on life support for the longest time. They had to raise money in a hurry and needed to raise as much as possible. And to do this, shares were pumped as high as possibly can go. The more shares that are sold in the market at this highly inflated price, blah, 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 blah. But here's the kicker. Let me try to find it here. We don't know how low shares Tesla will go, but we do know that the competition, Ford, has introduced some very exciting cars that are selling like hotcakes, while thousands of Tesla cars are parked on the lots with no buyers in sight. It appears that Tesla has all of a sudden become an old hat. What? What? This person was literally commenting about Ford cars being better than Tesla cars and how they're selling like hotcakes. The comment sounds like it was written by a crappy AI. It really sounds like it. And there's a couple of it was copy and paste, right? This person, and they said I have it on my phone. I could probably find it. That the Mach E was going to kick Tesla's ass. Let me try to see if I can find it right here. Tyler can vouch for me. Deliveries of the Mustang Mach-E just started, and people from all walks of life want one now. Reviews have been outstanding, and many are saying that it's the best EV on the market today. Why shouldn't it be? It's taken the best crossover of the year, 2021. What? Tesla didn't even make the shortlist. Days ago, Elon announced that the price of Tesla cars need to come down, and he immediately started slashing prices. We believe this is due to lack of buyers and buyers lining up to place their money on the stylish Mustang Mach-E, which blows away, and I can't even say this, right? Which blows away any other EV out there. Some have feared that Tesla cars may be piling up in empty lots as there are no buyers in sight. Battery massaging may be required as the cars sit in lots for who knows how long. What? So immediately when I saw that, and I posted this on Discord if you want to go see it, I think 3 or 4 days ago, immediately, and here's the proof. Oh shit, I gotta clean my screen. You guys even think I'm a disgusting piece of filth. But here's the comment. If you don't believe me, I'll post it as a status. No, I didn't see this I did Google, I didn't see it. It makes me think like someone is paying for and has paid for or has a high short interest in Tesla that they are actively pursuing downwards and just mass commenting on YouTube channels about Tesla. Exactly. It's bots. It's got to be bots. You saw the same comment on another channel, says the Cav. Oh, nice. There you go. So Michael, who knows? I'm not gonna say anyone. I don't know. I'm not gonna blame. I'm not gonna name names on who this is, other than the channel name is it's like a stock one, pretty neat stuff or whatever. But I was like, what? Who talks about the Mach E, the stylish Mach E? I don't think stylish and Mach E. Actually, the Mach E is not bad. It doesn't look terrible. Let me pull it up. Mach E. But I don't think affordable. I don't think best crossover SUV and Mach-E have ever been in the same sentence when there's clearly a Model Y out there. But it made me think, like, there's no way that's a genuine comment. And if that's not a genuine comment, who is paying for that? Who's paying for that? Someone's paying for that. That's an essay. Yeah, it literally was. Don't show my cell number. Yeah. I can Google it again, but I don't think it exists out there. It's bot comments. So when I Google it, the only stuff I see is literally bot websites with it. So it's definitely a bot running everything. But the question I have is, like, who's motivated to be posting these comments? And you know what's hilarious is someone commented on that comment, okay? And someone else, some other person, and they said, in January, Ford managed to deliver customers less than blah, 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 blah. And this person actually replied to people, and they said, well, that's not a nice thing to say. David, take a bit of time and test drive the Mach-E and see for yourself how awesome the car is, then decide. Stay safe. I don't know. This is it was really weird for me to see. Yeah. If you're rich, you can easily manipulate higher media. Well, I think a lot of people want to do what Elon's done, right? Become the powerhouse PR team. So, I mean, I found that really interesting. So, thanks for subscribing, Hansa. So we just had a Baidu call sweep come in. We have 13 minutes till close. A Facebook call sweep come in. Okay, we just saw a Tesla sweep come in. Let me share my screen on this one though. So we just saw a Tesla sweep come in, and let me hide chat box. Hide the chat box. Move my face. That's Discord. Why do I have Discord showing up here? Sorry, y'all, you don't want to see my Discord. So we just saw a Tesla call sweep come in about 10 minutes ago. $825 strike calls for next March, for this March, 23 days away, and a $1.3 million call sweep. Really aggressive too. So that's good. We're seeing call sweeps come in. What are call sweeps? Call sweeps are, imagine if you hopefully you know what buying and selling calls and puts are. If you're buying calls, you're going long, right? But imagine if you were to put in a $1.3 million order for calls and you were just to say, fill me right away. I don't care what price I get them at. I just need them right away. That'd be highly suspicious, because obviously who would do that? Someone that's in a rush to capture a move. And it's even more suspicious when they buy really far out the money, like 825. So in general, it's a bullish indicator for us when big money is going towards stuff like that. Broke 710. What are we at? Let's see here. 710.40. Yeah, there we go. 710.40. Let me make this a little bit bigger here. Let's go green. Let's finish green today. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, and let's finish green. Let's finish up this job here. Every time you go live, Tesla exceeds our expectations. I don't know what to say. It's something about the juju here. Something about the juju. I don't know. Someone has a big stake in forward or a big short position Tesla. Yeah, my thoughts exactly. But I mean, who's to say if maybe it's legitimate? I don't know, but it's tough. Anne says 7-Eleven pin. Okay, if you guys don't know, Anne is our pin queen. Whatever she says usually is right. So she's saying that we're going to pin around 7-Eleven. Currently sitting at 709, so $2 away. I'm going to say we go green end of day, or at least after hours at the very minimum. So don't mind me. I have 10 minutes here to fix my positions for earnings after hours on Square. Who's playing Square earnings? Anyone in on Square earnings? Gad, your channel is the best on YouTube. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Thank you. The power of Nvidia is in the money. You got it. I'm going to try to say that German word again. I forget what it was, but a lot of gusto here. Think we close at 7:15. I hope so. I hope so. We might take a dip before that point happens, but let's see. Let's see. Anyone playing Square? We're at 256 on Square. Yes, you're in Square. Oh, and you're back in Square. Nice. 1,000 Square shares. Nice, Mason. Awesome. What are you thinking for Square? Says Dan's next gen investing. I'm thinking. Well, I mean, I have leaps on Square. I don't have short term positions. All of those I've sold off on. What I'm thinking is whether or not I scale back or whether or not I come into an intermediate term Square position. I think they're going to have good earnings. I think they shook out a lot of people today. It looks like Tesla's coming back down and retesting 705 here. What's my Square play? I wouldn't really call Square a play as much as it's a long-term position for me, and it has been since a while. If you guys have followed the channel, you guys know I like Square a lot. I'm just trying to decide if implied volatility is worth buying for a short-term earnings YOLO. That's what I'm trying to decide. Paul says I'm in Square. Nice. Torchless panic. Torchless panic. What does that mean? What did you make me say? The thing is, you could write anything, and if I say it, someone's gonna clip it and make me look like an idiot, which is fine. You know, it is what it is. Perfect. Nice. I have no idea what I said. I'm guessing something around panicking. Did you? Maybe that's paper hands in Germany, in German. Torschluck panic. Oh, FOMO. Okay, there we go. Also in Square. Hold the bag. Hodl the bag. That's right. Like, to me, okay, Square is a $120 billion market cap company. It's been around for many, many years. We all know the markets, businesses are opening back up. We all know vaccine rollouts coming. We all know how much of a dip Square took because of COVID. And if we believe in reopening, you got to imagine Square is going to be one of those companies that's going to be the next gen financial institution, right? So I know everyone's talking about ARK Invest and talking about how it looks like Tesla's retesting 700 here. Let's see. We still have 7 more minutes left, so let's see what happens. Pull up, pull up that there. But if we really believe in, long term, if we believe in the economy, like Square is at $120 billion. Like, why can't Square be worth $500 billion in the next year or two? Like, why? They're quite literally the biggest PayPal competitor. PayPal is worth $320 billion. Why can't Square double in price? I don't know. Square price didn't go down during COVID. Yeah, it did. Square was down to like what, $40 or something? I'll pull it up here to show you. Square went from, granted, back then the high was $90, $85, down to $32 in the height of COVID. So it really did crash. But yeah, I mean, we did see a recovery. It's been up, if that's your point. It's been up for a while. Yeah, definitely. But I'm saying it has a lot of potential, in my opinion. So Tesla, oh wait, this is Square. What am I doing? Tesla 702. Looks like a couple of volume candles came in with some people selling, which is fine. I'm going to put the pin in at 705 for the day. I think 705 is where we go to. Let's see though. Let's see. Isn't the PE high on Square at around 420? Yeah, I mean, this is why I think this earnings is going to be important to see that, we didn't get stimulus in Q4. So let's see if earnings were high. I think because of crypto and trading and just anecdotally speaking, everyone using Square, let's see if earnings were higher. But I think price to sales might be the one to look at. And also, Square is not open in Europe yet, or at least a lot of their Cash App isn't open in Europe, and we all know it's coming. So Stripe, I would love DFCI. I would love to invest in Stripe. We got 5 minutes left to close. We're at $700 retesting right now. 699, 698. So let's see if we hold 700 here. I would love to invest in Stripe. I'm in PSTH. which is a SPAC rumored to go public with Stripe. Very low chance of that happening, though. Plaid is looking like it's more likely. I would love to invest in more financial tech stocks like that. Look at CCIV. All right, what's CCIV at? $34. All right. I mean, it is what it is. What can you do? Times like today. Let's just, for a second, just pause. We were at $619 at the bottom today. Finishing in and around $700 today, close to $700 is a blessing in and of itself. I know we haven't gone green yet. We have 4 minutes left. But let's just pause and appreciate the amount of strength that we saw in Tesla today. You know, an $80 move on the upside from the lows. I know we all got killed and murdered on our Tesla positions. I get it. It's not a good day. It's not a fun day. But let's appreciate the strength here for a second. Like, it's quite strong. Like, this is... It goes to show you that people will always want to buy good stocks. What about SoFi? Yes, IPOE. I didn't buy into it, and I need to. I've just had my IPO whatever money tied into IPOF like an idiot when I should have put it in IPOE. Whatever. I'm waiting on IPOF. If anyone knows what IPOF might be, let me know. 6.99 close coming. Let's see. We got 3 minutes left. Yashu is just going to check his portfolio one last time in case he has any positions that he needs to manage. Got Apple for April, CCIV for August, CRISPR, FRX. I'm the only person in the world that's lost money trading Arcimoto. The only person, the only idiot in the world. Look at that. Look at the Arcimoto graph and tell me how you lost money other than my trade there. Literally the worst timing on it. Whatever, it's okay. It's only was only a couple grand. Okay, HEC. I'm in Talkspace. Talkspace, by the way, if you guys are interested, check out Talkspace. It looks like it's rumored with HEC. It's close to NAV at this point. The SPAC, it's $10.90. The rest are shares. Okay, so Square, I'm going to keep my leaps. I don't think I'm going to get into a shorter term position. Continue to hold my Tesla here. God, I pray for a gap up tomorrow, but praying doesn't do anything in the market. The market doesn't care about my prayers. Literally doesn't care. Good strength today, guys. Good strength today into the close, nonetheless. I know it's tough, but remember, if you liked Tesla at $800 a share, man, you should love it at $700 a share, right? I know it's tough because macro sucks, but PSAC, I don't have any opinion on PSAC DFCI. I don't, but we will see. I haven't done much investigating on it. I literally puked, says Tyler. Yeah, I mean, it was hard not to freak out this morning, but I mean, I don't really freak out with my portfolio. I mean, it sounds cavalier and it sounds like, oh, this guy thinks he's hot shit, but I just like, I mean, it sucked. It was like, yeah, this is not good. But it was, you know, I've had harsh realities like that in the past. AKA September was the last time that we had a big crash in Tesla. So it's not my first rodeo with a massive gap down. But if you need something to look bullish on, is look at the amount of strength that we saw in Tesla today. I'd be more worried if we went down to 620 and we stayed there for the rest of the day. We literally bought back up. The market went green. So if that doesn't tell you that big money is ready to buy, I don't know what does. All right, we got 8 seconds left till close. Square earnings coming out after close. Cross my fingers on those. I mean, I don't even have to cross my fingers on those, to be honest, because those are leaps, so whatever. But nonetheless, would like to see nice movement up. Tesla finished at 698.84. Guys, let me pull up the 5-minute chart on Tesla. This thing is a thing of beauty minus the first 15 minutes, which is debatably the thing that negates all the beauty into this graph. But look at this. Complete sell-off in the first 15 minutes. My guess is there was just massive market orders. And if you want to argue that they're that they were sitting there ready to dump shares and ready to trigger stop losses. I'm not going to argue with you too much on that. But man, 620 is 619 was our low. People were ready to buy from there on out. Yeah, exactly. Tyler says, still learning how to dissociate my emotions from my holdings. It's tough, and I get it. And you might have a different, like, if you have an account that is literally your main retirement account, different emotions altogether, right? If your account is your growth account, different emotions, right? So for me, it's a growth account. So I totally appreciate any one of you guys watching that it's literally your retirement account that you're looking at going down. It's a different beast altogether. But $620 is where we went down from. But look at this. Look at the strength. If that doesn't tell you people are ready to buy Tesla, I don't know what does. People were hand over fist buying Tesla. And at this point, I think in the Discord I'd posted, watch out. The volume's kind of low on this bull candle here. This could be a potential bear flag for another step down. But buyers kept stepping in on every single denomination of Tesla stock. Buyers kept stepping in. So, I mean, I can't say I wasn't happy to see the strength today. Obviously, I wished I hadn't seen what we saw today, but the market makes us humble, right? If you're not humble yet and you were cocky about how much money you're making and all this sort of stuff, don't get cocky. Days like this keep you in check. And that's why I hate anyone that tells you that they knew the crash was coming is just full of shit. There's no way they knew. There's no way they knew unless they were complicit in causing the crash. So Square, Ivan says Square also announced a $170 million purchase in Bitcoin as part of its ongoing commitment to cryptocurrencies. Makes sense. And how did the stock react to that? Let's take a look. Let's take a look at that here. Square purchased about 3,318 Bitcoins in aggregate price of $170 million. Wow. $170 million. So let me just do the math here. What does that put us to? $51,000. Oh, interesting. Per coin. Interesting. So Square, let's pull this up here. 720. Yeah, we're past $702 now after hours. Square, what's Square telling us? What else is Square telling us? Anything else? The Square is pretty flat after hours. I don't think the reports come out yet. We will see. We shall see how it goes here. Tesla continues to climb after hours, $704 now. Square is slightly up after hours, a couple of dollars, not too much. Let's take a look here. It's going to be tough for any stock to dump after hours, right? We literally just had a huge shakeout. So I wonder what's going to happen here. Bitcoin's probably up on this news, by the way, right? Come on, Square. Let's see your earnings. Square is the future of financial tech. And I think their moat is their user base. So the big number I'm looking for today is how many Cash App users they have. Have they passed Venmo? I think they have, data shows. So let's see if that's true. Did Workhorse collapse? Take a look. Anyone know what happened here? Square. Yeah, just nothing much has happened yet on Square. Square believes cryptocurrency is an instrument of economic empowerment. Tell that to Janet Yellen. Let's see here. So Bitcoin's probably skyrocketing from this news. Let's see. Square is I wonder if Tesla's going to continue to buy Bitcoin. $703 after hours. Yep. Hopefully they didn't win the USPS. What? Oh, really? $406. $46,000. Sorry, Bitcoin is. $13.50. Damn, that sucks. So let's see when the move comes in. They're probably releasing the report any second now. Square is. Come on, Square. E-Hang is $100 again. Is that right? Jesus, is that right? That can't be right. No, E-Hang is $50. I don't know why someone said it's $100. There's no way. Workhorse. Let's check out Workhorse. Oh, yikes. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oof, Workhorse. Well, it looks like the majority of people holding the stock was literally for that USPS contract. And that blows. Holy crap, that sucks. Let's see here. It's going to be a very interesting week for sure. I'm just trying to see what's happening with Square here after hours. Looks like nothing has come up yet. Nothing's come up yet. So, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. By the way, if you're watching, I appreciate you. Watch, let me know what sort of videos you guys like and appreciate. I know we all love the live streams, but in terms of content that I can put out, like what sort of videos are something that you'd actually want to watch? I'm trying to figure out how to expand the channel. And I've already said I'm not going to talk about random stocks I don't care about, but let me know how other types of videos you think are useful for the channel that you guys would watch. Let me know. I'm open to feedback there. Looks like Square is down on news of, let's see here. Square is down 1% after hours. And I'm guessing some sort of news came up here. Bitcoin now represents 5% of Square's cash holdings, which is fine. Nothing's come out yet in terms of news, but looks like Square is down a little bit after hours, not too much. Are you good at real estate trend tracking? I mean, I could talk about real estate. Obviously, that's my background. Something tells me though, real estate probably isn't too relevant for a lot of people watching this channel. Tesla news videos. That's a good suggestion, Castro, because I feel like I could do more like commentary videos on news stuff that comes out. So that's a great idea. I'll definitely keep the power of our live streams for sure, Marco. Sanju, platform tutorials will be good. Interesting. Okay, keep that in mind. Looks like Square has fallen a little bit post hours here on probably the news that Bitcoin, they bought Bitcoin. Tesla is 696 after hours, so I don't pay attention too much on after hours stuff in Tesla. So looks good there. Maybe do an interview collaboration with Uneducated Economist. Who's Uneducated Economist? I don't know who that is, but I'll look it up. I'll look it up after this. I don't know who that is, but that's not an insult. I just don't know. I really don't watch a lot of the channels that you guys suggest. Nice, awesome. Well, I appreciate every single one of you guys watching. I love how you do analyze options trading. Can't get enough of this. Okay, so options for sure. I'll do for sure. Okay, cool. I appreciate every single one of you guys watching. If you stuck here to the end, you're one of the true OGs of the channel. I appreciate you. And hit like and subscribe on the way out. This is going to be recorded and post out in a couple seconds hereafter. Keep up the positivity. I know days like this aren't fun for anyone unless you were short. In which case you probably had a lot of fun, but keep the long-term perspective in mind. I know we trade on this channel and we invest, so it's a fine balance between the two, but keep up the positivity. Try to find something positive between every single waking moment that you can, and you know what, bright days ahead, I know for a fact. All right, guys, thanks everyone for watching. I appreciate you guys. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I do get notified of that, so I appreciate every one of you guys going out there. Thanks. Take care.